I still wake up reaching for the space you used to fill, touching empty sheets that never learned to warm me still. Your memory lingers softly like a ghost I can't ignore. I keep unlocking all the moments you've already closed the door.
It's cruel how love can stay when the lover chooses to leave. How do I miss someone who no longer thinks of me?
I carry every promise like a bruise beneath my skin, hurting from the outside, breaking deeper from within.
How do I miss someone who stopped missing me?
How does your heart move on so easily?
I'm drowning in the echoes of what used to be, while you're forgetting every part of our history. Tell me why your love was able to leave. How do I miss someone who stopped missing me?
Your voice still rings inside the halls where silence used to fall. Now every quiet night becomes a battlefield I crawl.
I hold the pieces of the truth you left behind, trying to understand how you erased me from your mind.
I guess forever meant something different to you than to me. So how do I miss someone who's already set free?
I gave you parts of me I'll never get back. You vanished like a train running off a broken track. How do I miss someone who stopped missing me? Why do I ache for what you stopped trying to be?
You replaced our love like it was nothing but debris, while I'm here rebuilding from the ruins endlessly. Why does my heart still refuse to see you stop missing me? Maybe love is just a promise that time learns to betray. Maybe I was holding on while you slowly walked away.
But how do I let go of what once felt like destiny, when every heartbeat still whispers your name back to me?
How do I miss
Someone who stopped missing me, a question that keeps breaking me quietly.
somewhere living life like we were never meant to be, while I'm stuck loving a ghost of a fading memory? Tell me how to finally set myself free.
How do I stop missing someone who stopped missing me?
Someone
Who stopped missing me? Someone who stopped missing me.
I tried to bury all the memories we made, but every time I close my eyes, they come back like a wave. Your shadow dances where the light can't find its way, a ghost that knows exactly how to make me stay.
They all said you were the wound I shouldn't fight, but if loving you was wrong, why did it ever feel so right?
I know I should be letting go, but my heart doesn't listen like my mind does. It only follows where the ache goes. If loving you was wrong, why does it still hurt right? Why do I miss the fire that burned out my If loving you was wrong, why does it still hurt right? I hear your name like a whisper in a crowded room, a soft reminder of a love I left too soon.
I walk in circles trying to outrun your ghost, but the past clings tight to everything I miss the most. I know you were the fall I shouldn't have tried, but falling never felt so alive.
They warned me you break every part of me, but no one told me the healing would be the hardest tragedy. If loving you was wrong, why does it still hurt right? Why does goodbye still keep me up at night? Why do I chase a feeling I should leave behind, a love that only lived inside my blinded mind?
If loving you was wrong, why can't I rewrite
The way it still hurts right. Maybe the hardest part of love is learning when to walk away, but some heartbreaks
carved so deep they learn how in your bones to stay.
And even though my heart has scars from everything you didn't choose,
It still aches for the love I had to lose. If loving you was wrong, why does it still hurt right? Why does my chest still tremble at your sight?
why does a broken heart cling so tight to a dream that faded out of the light? Maybe some loves aren't meant for life, but they stay anyway, like a wound that never quite
Heals right.
I replay every moment like a fading film in my mind. Your laughter in the hallway, the footprints left behind. You were standing in the doorway with goodbye in your eyes, and I kept my heart in silence while yours was learning to fly. Maybe if I wasn't trembling, maybe if I wasn't scared, you would have known how much I needed you before you disappeared. These are the words I never had the strength to say, the ones I swallowed down as you walked away. But the fear inside was louder than you'll ever know. Now I'm drowning in the memories of yesterday, all the words I never had the strength to say. Corner where you left it last July, I hold it like a heartbeat when the nights are running dry. I practiced every sentence, but none of them felt right. So I let you slip to someone else's arms while mine were holding tight. Maybe if my voice didn't shake, maybe if I begged you to stay, you would have heard the love I buried deep where my fears lay. These are the words I never had the strength to say. My quiet heart kept pushing them away. For all the words I never had the strength to say. If I could turn back time, I'd speak before you turn the key. I'd tell you that you were the missing part of me. Silence built a wall I couldn't break through, and now I whisper I love you to a room that once held you. These are the words I never had the strength to say, and they haunt me in the dark every single day. If love could bring you back, I'd shout it to the sky. But all I have is the echo of goodbye. I'll spend forever wishing you could hear me say all the words I never had the strength to say. I still hear your voice in the corners of this room, soft as the fading scent of your forgotten perfume. Every word you whispered once felt like forever, but forever turned fragile, and you broke it with a letter. I traced the silence where your heartbeat used to rest, in the hollow of my ribs where your promises still echo in my chest. I try to outrun all the memories of you, but the past keeps pulling me back like gravity does too, where your promises still echo in my chest, in the space you filled before you left. Every always you swore now haunts my sleep. Every I love you cut just a little too deep. I'm trying to breathe through the ache you press, in the place where your promises still echo in my chest. I walk through nights that never seem to end, carrying the pieces of a love I couldn't mend. Your ghost keeps knocking on the doors of my mind, leaving footprints in the places you once called mine. You took your warmth, left my heart dispossessed. Now your promises won't stop echoing in my chest. You taught me how to dream and how to fall, but never taught me how to live with nothing left at all. Where your promises still echo in my chest, in the words you carved and then suppressed. Every hope you gave now slips through my hands like a melody that breaks before it ever lands. promises still echo in my chest. Maybe someday the echoes will fade. Maybe someday I'll heal from the mess you made. But tonight your voice is louder than the quiet in here, a reminder of the love that vanished with the year. I whisper your name just to feel less bereft, but the echo's all that's left. Where your promises still echo in my chest, on a rhythm I can't suppress. Maybe you healed, maybe you moved on, but I'm still learning how to live now that you're gone. And every heartbeat hurts like a secondhand regret, in the place where your promises still echo in my chest. Walking through the memories you left behind, each one a quiet ghost still haunting my mind. Your shadow sits beside me in the empty room, and every night I breathe the scent of your perfume. I wasn't ready for the silence after you. I wasn't ready for a world without your truth. You were my reason just to feel alive, but you slipped away before I could survive. You left before I learned to heal, before I knew the pain could feel this real. You walked away with all the light I had, left me here with every moment turned to sad. I'm drowning in a storm I can't conceal, because you left before I learned to heal. Your footprints on the carpet haven't faded yet, a map of every promise that I can't forget. I hold the pieces of the love we didn't save, like flowers laid on memories I still crave. I thought we had forever waiting in our hands, but forever wasn't part of your plans. You were the calm inside my restless heart, but you disappeared and tore my world apart. You left before I learned to heal, before I knew how broken I could feel. You took the part of me that used to shine. Now every mirror shows a stranger's eyes, not mine. I'm lost inside a pain I can't conceal, because you left before I learned to heal. Stay. Maybe I was just a chapter in your someday, but I'm still standing here in yesterday, holding on to words you never say. If time could only turn the wheel, I beg you not to leave. Not like this, not before I learned to heal. You left before I learned to heal, and now I'm lying in the emptiness you steal. The hardest part is knowing you don't care, that you found peace while I'm still drowning in the air. I'm learning now, but slowly, and it's all too real, because you left before I learned to heal.